What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another segment of our newest show, the NBA Top Shots show. We haven't come up with a name for it yet. Maybe we will at some point. Maybe we won't. I don't know. But to me, I mean, Noah and I joked about this, but we weren't really joking. Honestly, like we actually enjoy this segment a lot more than our football stuff because it kind of really Noah's passionate about basketball. I mean, we're passionate about football too, obviously, but Noah's also pretty passionate about NBA prospects and like just talent scouting. I'm obviously very passionate about the financial markets. It permeates through all of my content everywhere. And this is just like a great conduit for both of us to kind of just dive into our passions and experiment and just have fun. And, it's a new space. So no one knows anything. So like what we tell you is no better than anyone else. But at the same time, like all these other guys that tout big dollars and all that stuff, they don't know shit either. So it's just like a fun place to play in. So hopefully, you guys continue to enjoy this content. If you enjoy, let us know. But before we get into anything, man, we gotta fire up something, right, Noah?
That's a beautiful intro, and thank you to the. I don't want to mess up his name, but it's just a little bit of this.
DiBiase, Tony
Yes.
DiBiase, also created us this awesome intro. Shout out to him, man. Thank you, brother. Couldn't appreciate you anymore. But yeah, let's hit that intro, baby.
Boy, what is it you want to do when you grow up?
Grant on the draw and just erupts over the top of Ben.
All right, this week, again, similar format. We're going to talk about some players, and I'm going to talk about my general macroeconomic view on the space, specifically because it's tanking, right? Like a lot of prices are down. It's not enjoying the same rocket ship movement that we saw in early January, even mid January, because the market is getting flooded with a lot of supply. So we'll talk about that as well. But before we do, I mean, like we'll give you a little bit of background on what's happening, right? So I've been investing in this space for a little while. I mean, not even a little while, I guess, for like a couple months or whatever it is. I wish I had discovered it early last year. I didn't know it existed. If I knew it existed, I would have been in
Man,
it.
I watched somebody open a pack from like 2 months ago, and they got some Giannis card, and he was selling for like $200, and now it's like 10,000. It was like
Yeah.
something ridiculous like that. I'm
Yeah.
like, fuck, I could have been
Yeah.
crazy
You
rich.
could have got in on that shit early. But you know what? We don't talk about the losses. Let's look forward. But look, I started investing and I was mostly playing in the mid market, I would call it. Back then, mid market, like the rare cards population, like 300 or less, going for around anywhere between like 500 and like $3,000. That's what I was like playing in for the most part. A lot of that market is now like jumped up to like the 5,000, 7,000 market range. But at the same time, like I think Noah got in a little bit after me, but he was playing in like the low end market, like the common cards, couple bucks here and there. But I figured, what a better way to do this than to just like both of us kind of just like really diving in. Whereas I, manage a portfolio, so to speak, whereas I kind of like manage the mid to higher end, and then Noah's kind of managing the lower end cards where he's doing a lot more like short term trading and stuff like that, just given his knowledge of the game. So that's what we're doing, man. We have like an arrangement, I threw him some capital. He's out there, next future hedge fund, billionaire hedge fund manager, crypto NFT hedge fund manager, Noah Pyers, over there managing my money. And, we're going to like split profits and stuff like that. But yeah, that's the arrangement we have going. So full transparency, that's what this show is based on. We are putting money to work in the markets, and we are, getting the gains and getting the losses on anything that we tell you to do. So at the end of the day, though, we got to always have a disclaimer. Right? This is not fucking financial advice. This is just our personal experience. I'm just like, if I lose all this money, like whatever, man, shit happens. I'm okay with that. I'm not okay with it because it fucking hurts and it sucks. But I'm okay with that in the sense that like I'm not gonna like be starving and like get kicked out of my apartment next month because I don't have the money to pay rent. Right? That's not what we're doing. We're not gambling here. Like Noah's still gonna go to school and get an education, get a job, get a degree, whatever degree that he's gonna get. We're not like risking our lives here. So you shouldn't either. This is absolutely like a super, like we said, nascent, but risky market, right? It could go away at any time. We don't know. But if you have the tolerance for risk, I do think it's a very lucrative market to play in. And especially now, as the market is like kind of tanking a bit and as prices are coming down, it's probably a good entry point to get in to see what you can do. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into some names. So what do you got for us on the names end? What are guys we should be looking at? What are some buy lows? What are we tracking in our portfolio? What are some of the guys that you've been making moves on this past week?
All right, so it's been super tough. As Mike said, the market has been tanking a lot, and I think it comes twofold, right? Number one is they dropped that pack, which was $999. We both tried to get it. Neither of us got it. And if you look at the returns, right, people, I'm not sure if they were selling the packs, but basically the lowest you could get by opening the pack, because it gave you a legendary card and also gave you 3 gold metallics or whatever they're called, was $2,000 to $3,000. So you're basically doubling or tripling your money off of that. And most packs do give you that type of return. Like I opened a $9 pack and I got a Taco Fall with a mint number 96. It hasn't sold yet, but I think I have them around like 80, $90. We'll see what happens there. If you can get a pack, then that's probably the easiest way to make money in this market. Buying players right now, as Mike was alluding to, it's really wishy-washy because there are more cards releasing. A guy like Keldon Johnson, who I was super high on, right? It's his second year in the league, but his first moment came out this year. I tried to invest in that card because it was a pretty cool moment and it was the only one he had. He ended up getting one of those metallic cards. It's like a pretty nice dunk, like a fast break, two-handed tomahawk. Now, because of that, not many people are too into the lower end common because one, it's not a rookie card, and two, nice, I like that. Two, it was the second of a series 2 that released. So now the only series 2 release that was from before, like the only one that he had out, the only version of his card, is no longer as special because it's more so there's more supply of that player. We see that with a lot of high-end players like John Morant at this point. If you were investing in his 15,000 plus circulating common, whatever it's called, and you bought him at $100 or whatever, that's a big L because you see guys like this, they want to sell packs. They want people to buy into this market. They're going to sell more and more of these elite superstar players. And with that comes less scarcity. And with less scarcity comes like dropping prices. So it's just a real mess. And because of that, what I'm going to start looking into doing, and I'm glad I kind of did it earlier because I think they're dropping like a LaMelo Ball set and you need rookies for it, is investing in rookie cards, whether it's season 1 or season 2. I do think season 1 rookies are a little bit more valuable because they are going to have those tags of it being not only their first series 1, not only having their first moment tag, but also having a rookie tag. And also the fact that it's the first version of their card ever, and it came out in Series 1. So guys like Zion Williamson and John Morant are obviously in the higher end market. But I think somebody even like a Michael Porter Jr., who hasn't been great as of late, but was also like an awesome high school prospect, was hurt in college, was hurt in his rookie year. So technically in 2019, I even forgot about this. Mike told me about this. Last year, he was technically considered a rookie, kind of like how Ben Simmons was a rookie the year after he was drafted because he didn't play in his rookie year. So that's somebody I'm looking into. Another guy is PJ Washington, who I bought his card for $49. It's a so-so highlight, but it's a Series 1 rookie card. And his price was dropping a little bit because he's been hurt recently and Miles Bridges took over his spot in the starting lineup in the wake of that absence. But he's a pretty good player on a young, exciting team that has LaMelo Ball, has Terry Rozier, has a guy like Miles Bridges, who's a great dunker. I think getting him for sub $50 is a pretty big steal because once they do put on those rookie tags, and if a guy like him ends up being pretty good in the league, which he has been this year, that's a huge win. But even beyond that, right, the rookies this year, I still think are a little bit undervalued because there's always that chance that they break out. A guy like a Precious Achua, a guy like an Isaac Okoro, a guy like an Adeni Avia. All these guys' prices are starting to skyrocket now because of these sets. And although I'm trying to get out on them now because their prices are jumping and I want to make a little bit of profit here so Mike isn't mad at me, I do think that there's also potential for them to continue going up because it is their first moment. And a lot of those rookies from this year, their first moment is also their first NBA bucket. So Isaac Okoro, his moment is his first ever NBA points. Precious Achua, same thing. Same thing with Cole Anthony. His moment is actually his first ever bucket. So although right now the prices may seem a little bit low, 2 to 3 years down the line when these guys, if one of them breaks out, somebody's going to want the first moment of Cole Anthony, his first ever shot going in on the Orlando Magic, or an Isaac Okoro, something like that. So I think there is still value there if you can buy them now. Obviously, when this video comes out, if that LaMelo set is extremely expensive and these guys are going for 200 a piece, I probably hold off. But if they are sub $100, sub $80, like an Okoro or Chua are, that's somebody I'd be looking into.
Love those. Love that Michael Porter pick. I mean, I've lost money since I've gotten him because he's dipped so low, but at the same time, like I think this is like, it's the same thing with like stock price, right? Like shares and stuff like that. When everyone's like, oh yeah, like pump it up, let's go, like to the moon, that's when you should be selling, right? But when there's blood in the water and the cows are fleeing, that's really when the money is to be made, right? Like it's why I'm so skeptical of equity markets right now, because it is so frothy and everyone is going all in and everyone is making all that money. But the real money is made in like crisis, like in the financial crisis. Like if you know what you're doing, like that's when you're really gonna build wealth, because you're gonna be able to get a lot of undervalued assets that are getting pummeled because of the overall market sentiment. That's what we're seeing here, right? Like this, if you look at the supply and demand of the buyers and sellers, I think it's been multiple days now where the number of sellers on Topshot exceeds the number of buyers, and that's what's driving the price down, right? It's a simple supply and demand equation. It's a simple supply and demand thing with cards, with Top Shots, because it's the value is being driven by scarcity, right? So if you have demand that exceeds supply, price is going to go up because there's going to be more buyers. When you have supply that exceeds demand, which is what we're seeing now because Top Shot's pumping a lot of these cards in, you're going to see prices drop, and that's exactly what's happening. I don't know when it's going to bottom out, but I think now is a good time to get in. I'm taking losses on some stuff I bought last week, and that's totally fine. I'm willing to re-up because I do think long term this is here to stay, but you need to take the right long term macro approach to your portfolio, right? So Noah touched on it briefly, but I'm out on anything that's a series 2 non-rookie. Like anyone that's still buying Zion Williamson, like I was already not doing this because when I got in, I'm like, it made no sense that all these prices are still going up. Because if you look at the sports card world, which is what's most relatable to this, like the NFT to sports cards is basically Bitcoin to gold, right? That's like the how to think about it. And how the sports card world treats it is the only things that ever hold value is rookie cards. That's it. If it's not a rookie card, doesn't really matter. Like other than maybe like a LeBron Lakers, like one-off type stuff like that. But the only cards that hold value is rookie cards. So if the reason why I was very skeptical of like buying anything that was like a series 2 of like a Zion Williamson series 2, a John Morant series 2, I'm like, dude, they can just keep printing this, right? For Top Shot, that's money. They can just keep printing these packs. They'll keep printing the supply, and the supply will keep going up on series 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And once they get out there, like the series 2 is going to hold no value. The series 3 is going to hold no value, right? None of those are going to hold any value. The only thing that's going to hold value is the series 1 John Morant rookie moment. And that's the one that I'm most heavily invested in as well, because it might be dipping now, but once people realize it's the only one that actually has any scarcity value, that's where the money flow will come. So I do really believe that demand will pick back up, but in different ways. People aren't
So
going to
I want
like
to draw that parallel, Mike, as you said, like as series 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 come down the line. I think you can also think of that on a micro level with these mint numbers. The fact that people are paying 5, 6x the price for a random number like 76 for a
Mhm.
Jason Tatum, where they could buy it for 5 or 6 times less for a number 175 or 250. I think in the long run, people are going to be like, okay, what's the difference between a random number that has 2 digits or a random number that has 4 digits? Like, I don't know. To me, it makes no sense. Maybe there's a deeper reason there. I think that's the issue. And also want to touch on one thing as well. I think the difference between the card market and this, and the reason why rookie cards have so much value in the card market rather than NFTs, is also because it's been around for so long. So basically, every player
Mhm.
has a rookie card. Whereas here, this only started last year. So I know, for example, Kevin Durant only started in Series 2 because during Series 1 he was hurt. So I think I know you didn't mean it this way, but I also think looking at a player's first moment rather than just the rookie moment. So a Kevin Durant Series 2 is technically his first ever card in the NFT space, in the Top Shot space. So anything after his first Series 2 moment, I think goes to your point of it becoming saturated. And at that point, like in Series 6, when there's 15 different Kevin Durants, the only one that's probably going to hold value is his first moment, the one that first released when he was on the Nets this year. And there's a few other guys as well. I think John Wall is in that group, and Klay Thompson, when he comes back next year, his first moment is going to be a Series 3 moment. And I think that's safe enough to invest in. But as more things come down the line, I agree with you as well. I think rookies are going to be the only thing that really hold value, aside from these superstar players where, LeBron James Series 6, if it's a cool moment, is probably going to still rise in value as time goes on because people love LeBron James.
Yeah, absolutely. So like I would like the way I think about the tiers of assets in here is like tier 1 premium asset is rookie cards of stars. So rookie moments of stars, the first rookie moment of stars. So like Zion Williamson block, that is a premium asset. John Morant dunk, that is a premium asset. Like Tyler Hero, is it Hero? What the fuck, man?
I
I
think
always
it's
get his
Hero.
name.
I call him Harrow. People laugh
Yeah,
either way. It doesn't matter.
whatever, man. Tyler H, like one of his like his rookie debut 3-pointer shot, right? Like those are the ones that I think are premium assets, right? But the tier down from that are really, really goddamn good players that are still ascending and rising, young, good asset players, who don't have a rookie card, right? And then also like LeBron James and Kevin Durant and like basically bona fide future Hall of Famers that don't have a rookie card. Obviously, I think their series ones will also hold value. And then the tier below that is just like really good players, non-Hall of Famers that don't have a series one. So, you know, example of that is like
Paul George, I think.
Bam Adebayo, right? Like I think he's a really good player. He doesn't have any rookie cards, but he's a young ascending player. So I bought in on his series one cards. I think those are the ones that will hold value, like a Darren Fox, right? Is another example of that. Those are the types of guys. Oh, like Jaylen Brown, exactly, like you said. Like I invested in Jaylen Brown's first cards. I think he's a goddamn good player. And when the market recovers, like people are going to go to those first moments for these types of players. But outside of that, you should not be investing in any of this other stuff. It's because it's all pump and dumps. It's like trash coins and stuff. People are going to pump and dump them, and if you don't get out, you're going to be left holding a bag. It's going to be a big fat fucking L with nothing in it. I can tell you that. So it just doesn't make any sense to me that these new series, like all these new promo packs and shit they're buying, like, yeah, get the packs. You can flip it immediately and sell it for a discount if you have to, but you should not be investing in individual players. Don't be the other side of that transaction. If you get a pack, either sell the pack for 2x unopened, which is what I would do, or open it and sell the guys immediately. And if you miss out on some gains, like so be it. But you don't want to be holding the bag at the end of the day. You want to be investing your capital into the moments that actually have scarcity. That is the key. And the ones that do have scarcity are the ones that I mentioned. So, you know, John Morant is what I have. I have Jaylen Brown. I have Bam Adebayo. I have some Darren Fox. I have Michael Porter. I might add another Michael Porter that same moment because he's dropped like $700 in the past few weeks. So that rare one I think is a pretty good buy for a lot of the reasons that Noah said. And the other thing to note is like, if with these new series, you're noticing that they're upping the population, right? So a legendary before was like most of the time a 50 population, sometimes like 85, but for the most part in series one, legendaries were either 49 or 50 population. So if you go back to like a John Morant legendary, it was like 49 or 50 population, right? And the gold series, the gold metallic series, which is like the space that I like to play in, most of them were either like 150 to 299 tops. So maximum 300 population. But if you look at that latest release of the legendary holo packs, the legendaries were, I think, 100, right? Like 99 or something like
Which
that.
one? Yeah, I think
yeah.
299 maybe.
No, the legendaries were like, oh, were they 299? I thought like 100 or something.
Oh yeah, the legendaries, yeah, but then the rare metallics.
The rares were 499. So they've almost like 80% up the population on all these new series. And would it shock me if next time they come out with a rare, it was like 600? Hell no, because these guys are printing money. They know it, right? And that's why the only value that holds is the rookie ones, and they can't go back. If they go back to print rookies, this market will tank, and everyone will fucking exit. I promise you that. And I don't think they're dumb enough to do that, because if they do that, everyone will leave. Because if you go back and backdate rookie cards and rookie moments, none of the rookie moments that happen now have any value. And they're going to tank the market, and people are going to leave, and you're going to have no market left. So I think we are protected against that type of stupid move, but we are not protected against just printing money and oversupplying the market, because it's a fucking business. And if they're going to print it, people are going to buy it. It's just what's going to happen. So make sure you invest in the right stuff. Focus on rookies' first moments, not just rookie players, but their first moments, and focus on like series one of like really good players where the scarcity value actually holds. And we'll kind of tell you guys, and we'll share with you guys, be open book in terms of what our portfolio has in it.
Yeah, I actually want to like give out a few right now. I know I've mentioned this guy a lot.
Yeah.
But for example, this past week or whenever this comes out, it might have been 2 weeks ago, Fred VanVleet had like a 54-point game, and his series one card, I think, almost doubled in value. And Fred VanVleet, he's not one of these guys that you think of as a superstar. He's a really good player, but he's not in one of those three tiers that Mike was alluding to. I think what you can do also is look at series one cards that are trading at an extremely low number. So one person, for example, that I invested in, he was $19. He's probably around 15 right now, is Dante DiVincenzo. He's a young guy from Villanova, but he's on a really, really good team in the Milwaukee Bucks, a team that is probably going to make a huge push in the playoffs. He is limited to 4,000 cards. He is a series one guy. So although he is not extremely elite, I do think if he has one or two good playoff games, which right now it's tough for him to do really well because the Bucks basically just sit their entire fucking team when it comes to the fourth quarter because they blow everybody out. If he puts up a 30-point game in the playoffs, which he definitely has the potential to do, we remember back at Villanova, he basically won them the national championship. If he steps up big time and outperforms a Chris Middleton, outperforms a Drew Holiday, a Giannis Antetokounmpo, saying that is crazy. But me saying that is crazy also means that if he does have one of those outputs, you're probably gonna be able to sell him for around $30. A guy like a Kelly Oubre, who we kind of know who he is. He's like 5, 6, 7 years into the league, had a really big game. He was trading at $20. He went up to 35. So you get to make, 13 to $15, almost like double your money on a guy who is already established. Why not get these cheap series one guys who are basically at their floor price because they're not performing all too well right now and they're not being put in big moments. Another guy I bring up basically every single week is McCall Bridges. He is becoming a pretty big staple of that Phoenix Suns offense. Extremely young. His series one moment is also like a pretty cool moment. That's also a team that's probably going to make a run in the playoffs because they do have the veteran leadership of Chris Paul and they have guys who can score like himself, like Devin Booker, like DeAndre Ayton down low. If he does put up a 25 or 30-point game in the playoffs, I know I spent, I think, like $30 on one of them and 29 on another, but I also got in on him later for around, low 20s, or 21, I think $21 or $24. You can easily flip him a few months down the line, not only because he's a scarce card with only 4,000 population, but if he has a big moment, his price is inevitably going to go up as well because he's a young, exciting prospect who is finally coming into his own.
Yep. We got a lot of Bridges in our portfolio, like Miles Bridges, Mikal Bridges. I thought it was the same person.
It's tough, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, look, it doesn't cost you that much to play in the market, right? Like you can play for a few bucks here and there. Like you don't have to play in the end that I'm in. You can just follow along with the money that Noah's playing and play whatever you're comfortable with, right? Do not play with money you cannot lose. Like that is like, I cannot stress this enough because this is not financial advice from us. This is just us talking shit about NBA Top Shots. And granted, we're putting our money behind it, but it doesn't mean you have to, and it doesn't mean you should. So, stay educated. I mean, just, follow us. And, if you have comments, if you want to talk about stuff, if you have better ideas than us, like, let us know, man. We don't know this stuff either. Like, we're just figuring it out as we go. But we will be transparent and we will share with you guys what we're buying. So Noah shared with you guys a lot of the guys in his portfolio. A lot of the guys that I'm holding, I have John Morant, the 2 rookie dunks on the rare and the rookie debut series. I got a Tyrese Halliburton, which I'm putting on the market right now. I got Lonzo Ball rare, Pascal Siakam rare. I got the Jaylen Brown rare metallic series, which I bought for like $3,700. I think it's down like $3,300 now. I got Bam Adebayo, which I mentioned. I bought for like $1,000. Now he's like 700. So I've taken some pretty big losses actually in the past week or so. But again, I think it just comes back to those are like market losses. And I'm investing. I'm always comfortable investing in good assets in a down market.
It's also like the dead zone of the NBA season. Like the All-Star game is still a few weeks away. The NFL just wrapped up. The Super Bowl was happening. People are getting anxious because they don't see the withdrawal feature working and they're upset that the pack drop didn't work as well. People are getting out, but once the playoffs roll around, once there's nothing on TV but basketball, and once people see Bam Adebayo and Jaylen Brown and Lonzo Ball on national TV, it's going to take 1 or 2 good games and the withdrawal feature working for people to get back in and start to bump these prices back up where the supply is no longer much heavier than the demand.
Yep, exactly. And that's what we're playing for, right? Like we're betting on the market swinging back. That is the key bet. If that doesn't work, then we're fucked. Like there's nothing you can do. There's no players you can invest in that's going to be that profitable, right? But we are betting that I'm betting, Noah's betting as well, but we are betting collectively as a group that this is here to stay and it's not a fad. And like Noah said, once the eyeballs do get attached, once demand does go back up, it's going to be more interesting. And that's why I'm buying these players now. I'm comfortable putting more money in as the market declines, because when it rebounds, it's going to be the good players that rebound. It's going to be those asset classes I talked about, the series ones, the rookies. Those are the ones that are going to rebound because eventually, like irrational markets, when there's a lot of money involved, don't stay irrational for long because smart people get in there and they exploit all the inefficiencies, right? So the things about like numbering and all these series 2s flooding the market, like this is not fucking rocket science. This is not groundbreaking analysis that I'm providing. This is just me like exercising my common sense. And obviously common sense has been very lacking in the market to date, but like in the long term, the markets will correct and people will catch on to some of this shit. And when they do, which is what I'm betting on, they will bet on the same assets that I'm telling you to bet on now. So now is a good time to get in. You don't have to take the losses that I took. You'll take a little bit more losses as the market continues to decline a bit over the next couple of weeks. So if you want to wait, go for it. I'm just I hate trying to time exactly, so I kind of just like buy little bits throughout, so I don't have to play that game. And then I'm betting on the big rebound on the back end. So once the playoffs hit, once we're into like playoff season, and everyone's watching prime time, like Bam, and everyone's watching like prime time Michael Porter Jr., I really think that's when the market is going to correct and we're going to see these guys go up. And, if it doesn't, look, I'm sorry. But again, this is not financial advice. This is just me talking about what I think might happen.
Yeah, just know that you're not the only one that's going to be losing money. If you're watching this and investing with us right now, you won't be the only one holding the bag, as Mike likes to say.
And I promise you, I'm probably going to be losing a lot more than you. So take comfort in that. And happy hunting out there. If you guys got questions, again, hit us up. This is one of our favorite segments. I enjoy this show a lot. I know Noah does as well, and we'll be putting out more of these. So if you enjoy, please support us by subscribing below, giving us a thumbs up, hit the follow button on Twitter for us as well, at FBGod for Noah, at Mike Me Up with 2 P's for me. Until next time, man. Peace.